All right. Well, today we have Elyse. Elyse, thank you for stopping in. How are you doing this morning? Well, this
I'm
afternoon, I
doing,
guess.
I'm doing well, thank you.
Surrounded by a little bit of snow. I'm super jealous over here, but
Yeah, it's beautiful. It really is. We need the snow because it makes us appreciate when it's 95 degrees here.
that's true. That's true. You need a balance, right? It helps balance you out.
And it really is pretty. It really is.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but guys, Elyse went through my 30-day gut reset, and I just have a few questions for her. So she's going to share kind of what her experience was, and yeah, let's just get started. So, what were you struggling with before our group program?
Okay. Well, I was recently diagnosed with diabetes, and I don't want to be diabetic anymore. And everyone said if you lose weight, then that would assist in trying to stop the diagnosis. And so weight loss was a huge factor. And also learning about the root causes of things, why my body is reacting to whatever it is I'm eating or whatever the problem is.
Awesome. Awesome. So, how is that struggle affecting you just in your daily living?
Okay, so I was getting highs and lows in sugar, and I'd get shaky, and then I would binge, and then I would eat, and wouldn't be able to to lose weight, and I didn't know how to handle. And I was emotional. I'd get hangry. I would do all the. It was impairing me. I'm not good with being hungry. And then I also love junk food. I love carbs. I love chocolate. I love
Don't we
everything.
all?
Yes. And I would eat a sleeve of Oreos instead of just 2 or 3. So portion control is huge for me.
Got it.
Yeah. And I also just didn't feel good. My body felt tight and weird, and it was bad.
Now, how long had that been going on for?
You know what? I was diagnosed in August of 2021, and but I know that it was before that. So
Okay.
I just didn't know. I wasn't aware. I just know that it's been around for a while. Like the tightness of my hands. I might have had to take a ibuprofen before bed, and
Oh.
and yeah, I don't have to do that anymore.
Oh, good. Isn't that so freeing?
Yeah. Yes, very much so.
Yeah. So I know, just curious, when you would binge eat, a bunch of Oreos, of course the weight gain is there, but did you notice any other symptoms? Was it also just the tightness? Was there anything else?
Well, Oreos. I mean,
Just as an example.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I know that you get tired after eating all those carbs and everything. I just wasn't feeling good. I had no energy after eating that stuff. And then I would feel upset because I didn't want to get up and do things around my house, and I would want to just lie in bed all the time.
Got it. Okay. Thanks for sharing that.
I still want to lie in bed, but now I don't have a reason.
That's good. Unless there's a snowstorm, but now we can do everything on Zoom and online. So I don't know how much that really gets you out. So during your time in my program, what breakthroughs did you notice?
Okay. I learned about I don't drink enough water.
Okay.
I learned that certain foods cause inflammation, and inflammation causes the tightness and everything. I learned to eat in moderation and every couple of hours. I learned there's certain, like I said, certain foods are not healthy. I learned to look at ingredients and the hidden ingredients. That was huge because I remember buying things and looking at them and going, oh, that has that in it. Oh, that's just not good. So I learned about that. I learned a lot. It was good. It was a good program.
Thank you. It's really eye-opening, not only to the world around us, but also to your own body, because some of the things you're saying, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like you implemented that, but I know different clients implement different strategies. And so you find what works for your body, what's best, right?
Yes. And also the support groups, the talking on during our meetings, you hear other people and they give ideas, and it's a nice accountability and say, why don't you try this? And why don't you try that? And you're like, it was nice.
Awesome. Yeah. It's really nice when you have people doing it with you. That's what I love about the group. And everybody's always so kind because they understand where you're at, and they've got a little bit of a different journey than you, but they could definitely empathize and help.
Yes.
So great. So after the program, if you could pinpoint one, maybe even two, but what was your biggest aha moment?
My biggest aha, that's a good question. Really, probably it was how like certain foods impair your stomach, and how it really impairs your body. Like certain foods, you're more mindful of things. Like you're sitting there going, oh, when I eat this, actually, I think it was you that was that said that to eat the carbs at nighttime. And because and I like that very much. That might've been my favorite, because eating the nighttime carbs, that when you have to crash, you're tired, and then it'll help you sleep better. So I really like that. That was my aha moment.
Awesome. And the fact that you could still consume them, right? You don't have to say goodbye to carbohydrates. They're not the devil, as some people say.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Well, and you're teaching how to do a balance, not sit there and go, you can't do. Exactly.
Right. Yeah. That just sets you up for failure.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, you can't have this. Okay, great. It's like you tell the child, you cannot have this. Well, what do they want to do? They're going to look at it. They're going to go around and be like, well, what if I just touch it? What if I just,
I'm not touching though. But you
right.
also gave me an idea that was really good, because some things people, I'm a foodie person, so I like food. So, however, I like flavor. And when something's bland, if you go to a restaurant, and I think I said something about getting a thing of vegetables, and it was just vegetables. There's nothing to it. Don't get me wrong, I like vegetables, but there's nothing to it. And you said, well, bring some seasoning and add and I went, oh yeah, how easy is that? I mean, how hard is it to have a little bit of container of seasoning? So if something's not to your liking, you just add to it. People add ketchup, though ketchup is full of sugar, but
most.
Well, but why not add a little bit of healthy seasonings?
Right.
And I love that idea.
Yeah.
So that's another aha moment.
That's great. Yeah. It's funny because sometimes we think, and maybe there are some restaurants who are very strict because they're super high end and you're spending $200 a person. I don't know about those restaurants, but I don't think any restaurant's really going to go, I'm sorry, what is that? You can't put that on your food. You're buying it. You're the customer. Why not?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, we don't allow other things to come into the restaurant. Well, you know what? This is going to make your restaurant better. Sorry. No.
Yeah, I was like, I've got some choice words, but moving on. So now that you've had these breakthroughs, I know your journey's continuing. What are you most excited about?
Losing another 30 pounds. So when I started with you, you said you're guaranteed losing 10 pounds, which I was losing the weight, which is good. And I've lost another 7 pounds, and I plan on losing another 30. Yes. Thank you. I did go to Disney last week, so I gained 3, and that's why I'm only down the 17. So I lost that again. So in a sick kind of way, I actually probably lost 20 pounds, but I'm losing the weight, and I'm going to lose 30 more pounds. And I have a doctor's appointment coming up, and I'm really looking forward to seeing my levels. I really am looking forward to it. Please, I hope it worked.
Yeah, that is awesome. The weight loss and going to see your doctor. I'd love to know what the results are with that. Not necessarily like the, numbers and everything, but high, low,
if there was
and
progress.
improvements. Yeah. And then what the doctor says. I hope that your doctor is supportive. Because sometimes I find, you'll go back to your doctor after so many months and they're like, something's weird. We need to retest. It's like, no, I did the work, and the body can naturally heal and detox. And this is the result, right?
Well, it's going to be interesting, like you said, because when she diagnosed me, she was very upset with me when I told her that I didn't want to go on to medication. And she was like, honestly, I thought she was mad at me. And I went, nope, I'm going to try and do this the correct way. And it sounded like that she didn't think I could do it, but I can with assistance. And she did talk about going on a program like Noom or something, but I didn't want to do that. When you said to join your group, I went, that's an excellent idea. I'd rather support my friend, and I've also would rather support a individual and not a group, like a whole thing. I wanted the individual experience, and that's what you gave me. And I could text you and say, or message you and say, hey, what about this? What about that? And you gave that support. It was great. And so now when I go to the doctor, she'll be like, oh, you lost weight. I said, yes. I'll say, I took your advice and I joined a support group and a gut detox, and I learned how to eat healthy. And she'll be very proud of me, and I'll get the praise I want. But also, hopefully my levels will be good. I'm really rooting for it.
Pray for that. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. So keep me posted on that. So how will things change for you, both now and into the future as your body changes? What will
change in
your life?
It is a way of life. It is. I cannot go back, even when I lose 50 pounds. That's what my goal is, to 50 pounds. I cannot go back to the binge eating, and I can't go back to the highs and lows. I can't do it. So I have to maintain eating the correct ways, which is not that bad, to be honest with you. People are like, oh, you can't have this. I'm like, no, I can have this much of it. I just can't have that much of it. And last night I went out to eat with a girlfriend of mine, and I did not eat healthily per se. We had, edamame and chicken wings and everything, good protein, but the sauce was probably not the best. But I'm not saying that I can't have a day that I go eat unhealthily. Right. I just can't do it ongoing, like all the time.
Yeah, it's that 80-20 rule, 90-10. You've got to have that moderation. And of course, everybody's journey is different, especially important for those watching. If you're really, really chronically sick and you're highly inflamed from a little bit of barbecue sauce, I might need to address that first. Yeah. But if you might notice a slight change, maybe something here or there, like I'd say that's an okay food.
It is individual. You are 100%. And so what might be, like, I might not be able to have a nightshade because it's an inflammatory thing.
Yeah.
But other people will be like, oh yeah, I can have eggplant. I can have tomatoes all the time. Tomatoes are full of sugar. I might not be able to. It might hurt me. I don't know, but you learn, and that's what you learn through your program.
Yeah.
You learn.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a program, it's a group program, but it's personalized in that way. Because you're right. For those watching, what Elyse is saying, so nightshades, if you're kind of on this journey and you're starting to understand your body more and understand diet and health, and you notice nightshades and they're super inflammatory and you get them out of your diet. I mean, I did that years ago before I knew what I was doing. And I didn't realize I don't have an issue with nightshades. But I got rid of them because everybody was saying, oh, you've got it. It's the problem. You cannot listen to everyone. You can't listen to all the Facebook groups, can't listen to all the doctors, all the practitioners. You need to do what's right for you and get someone who can guide you through that. So
yeah,
that's what we did, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Good. I'm so glad. So any other benefits or gratitude or anything you'd like to share about?
I'm very grateful. I learned a lot, and there's always more to learn. And I'm sure just through the program, you just learn. Like I said, someone else might know something, and you'll be like, yes, that is a really good idea. And then you're like, try that, and it was good. I'm very grateful about that.
Awesome. Thanks, Elyse. Yeah, people shouldn't be afraid. Can't be afraid of other people. They are. At least in this program, better than we can.
I will say that if anyone wants to know, cashew cheese is excellent.
It really is.
It really is good.
No offense, but don't go to the farmer's market to get the coconut-based, no pesticide, herbicide cheese because it's really gross. Cashew cheese is where it's at.
Yeah, I bought some today at the farmer's market.
Oh, I gotta go to your farmer's market, man. That's just
You would like it.
Yeah, just a little far though, but awesome. All right. Well, Elyse, thank you so much for your time, for sharing, for being open and transparent, and for really, I give you the information, I give you the accountability. I'm there along the way, but you're the one putting in the work. So really just good job.
Thank you. I appreciate it sincerely.
Yeah. You're welcome. Can't wait to see you continue on in your journey.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.